Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda, and today I got something from Gvm, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this episode today. It's getting close to Amazon's normal November sale. In fact, everybody has their Black Friday sales coming up. So you might be tempted to buy a light kit that's on sale. A few years back, we bought the Gvm 660 Pro, and it turned out to be a great deal. It usually runs 230 euros, but I think when I got it, I think I only paid like 150 or 170 because of the sale. This here we picked up for roughly $150, and I'll put the euros, dollars, kroners, Canadian dollars, US dollars. We'll put the US dollar amount for everything that I say in the graphics. But yeah, if you're looking for a light kit that it's got stands in it, it's got 2 lights in it, and it seems like a pretty good deal. Well, I wanted to make sure we tested that for you. Also, I sent my Gvm set away on a project, and I realized I needed an extra set, so pick this up. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We get to see if this is a good kit, and I get an extra kit. All right, so let's see what we got in the bag. So right from the get-go, let's pull out one of these lamps. They're not too heavy, like they're about the same weight as a lot of the other guys. I'm just gonna put that garbage down there. But look what you get. This is 672 LED, dots, and it's at 0.5 meters. It is 11,700 lux, I believe, and it's a 50-watt light overall. It has a double power source in the back, so you can either use your DC or use your, these look like the Sony NPF batteries, and you can use those with the Gvm lights as well if you want to. But yeah, look at that. It feels sturdy enough. I do think this is a weird design. I have never seen this before. So with like some of the other ones like the Amarans or the Gvms, you can actually remove and have just the LEDs visible. This is screwed on all the way. So you have this one layer of diffusion right from the get-go. And then they send you another layer of diffusion. So if the first layer of diffusion isn't enough, you slide this in and you get your second layer of diffusion. See if I can get that in there. Smooth. Come on, be smooth, Amanda. Oh no. Magic of TV. And ta-da, there it's in. So that's a bit fiddly because you actually have to make sure that these are perfectly straight. There is not a millimeter of wiggle room in that. But there you go. So you get your extra diffusion. Now, if you want to compare that, what you get in the Gvm kit, you get a full extra softbox in it. And I think in one way that's almost a little bit nicer. You get a diffusion panel as well, but you can also remove the diffusion panel in the Gvm kit and have the lights actually exposed. So, what else do we get in the GM V kit? Great video motors. We've used great video motors for a long time. I have had many different slides that we've tested over the years, and the Gvm is the best one that I have. In fact, so much so that after it broke, after using it for 40, 50 cooking shows, somebody stepped on it and broke the power. I actually had sent it away to get fixed, and they fixed it, and we're still using it. It is probably one of the oldest pieces of video equipment that I have, but it's the most reliable slide I've ever had. They're not too loud. It's older, so the newer ones are louder, but less loud, I mean. So there's your second light. You get your ACD, oh dear. Jacob had this out to do the, what do you call it, the lux test. So you get that. You get your 2 beautiful stands. And this is where your power cord actually comes in. So they do a great job of the packaging. There's the second cable for that. So you get 2 of those, 2 lights, and 2 stands. And here's what the stands are meant to come in. So that's the other tripod or light stand. Now the light stand, it's actually a metal light stand, which is really nice. Let me see here. Move the bag out of the way. I'm going to get an outside visual of this so you can see it, but this is quite a tall stand. So, look at that. That is very tall. You can't see it, or maybe you can see it, but we'll put it up. I had Jake stand outside with this stand so that you could see how tall it is. Here's the picture of Jake with the stand, and we'll compare that afterwards. Now, before we do anything else, we should plug this in. Give me one sec. All right, so just as I was putting this up, I just wanted to mention this here, though, is all plastic. This adjuster, and that's a bit of a, you can see that's where they saved on some money there, we'll say. I can see that breaking under the hands of Linus. You know, Linus, what you've done to my lights in the past. All right, so once you press the button for power for adapter, you immediately have your control here for brightness. And this is the CCT mode that we're in. And here is your Kelvin setting. So I can go from the lowest is 32 all the way up to, I think, what is it, 56 that this does? Yeah, 56. So you don't have a really great big range on this, but you have some range anyway. I'll put that back down to 32. I'm going to lower the brightness a little bit. And you have a couple of modes here. You have a rotate mode. You have a slave mode. So then it's following another device. You have a master mode where it becomes the master. And you have an app mode where it becomes the app. And up here, if I press these buttons, oh, wait, hold on. Up here, when I'm in slave mode, I can actually select what channel it is up there to be able to find the other lamp. Now, to get to the RGB mode or hue mode, I have to not be in slave, I have to be in master, and then I can get to hue, saturation, and then back to CCT by pressing this button here. This also has 8 effects like police car and all that kind of stuff. Then you can all access that through the app or through the panel here. But to see all those effects, I'm going to throw it over to Jake with the app because I think it's easier to explain it there. All right, good luck, Jake.
All right, thank you so much, Amanda. Now we're going to go through the app, and as you said, we have to go in and change the mode to app mode on this first. Master app. And that lets you connect it here on the telephone. So you press the one you have right there. It connects and it gives you CCT, HSE, and scenes. So you can change the color on it in the CCT scale. Wait, that's intensity, actually, brightness, and this is the coloration. So there you go, that's super easy. And you can see which channel it is you're looking at on the side here to the left. And the HSI is all of the colors, so you can spin around the color wheel, control your saturation and your intensity here as well. And this is the part we couldn't really show on the panel itself, but this is lighting, the actual 8 scenes that you have for what you're doing. So lightning, candle, burning candle, and can you see anything? That's burning candle. Increase in intensity a little bit, and they have that bad bulb. These are all the classic ones. You have some disco, so it rotates and blinks. You have the cop car, which is red and blue in this case. You have the TV. You have your party, and you have your paparazzi blinking, and that is all of your things you can do in the app. So it's not a huge app, but it has all of the important parts in it. You can find your light itself, you can control several different ones, and you can control the brightness and saturation and all of the settings. So there you go, that is the app. Thank you so much. Over to Amanda.
Thank you, Jacob. We did a couple of other tests because we really did want to compare this to some other options that you have out there. And like I said, I sent my New Year light away. So what we're going to do instead is show you what you can get in the Amaran 60 Pano kit, or Pano 60 kit. 60C. And it's quite a smaller little kit. And it has a lot of the same stuff in it, but you get a lot of extra. This goes for about 300 euros or $300. $300. You get the stands in it. And now here's a good point. I had Jacob go out and shoot a picture of him with both of these so you can see. Here he is with the Gvm stand. Here he is with the Amaran stand. I'm going to actually give points to the Gvm stand over the Amaran one. I like the foldability and portability of the Amaran. It's amazing if you're going out and traveling a lot. You don't have to carry a lot of weight with you. But I don't like that there's no extra support in between the legs. But it's probably one of my least favorite light stands right now on set. But, you know, Amaran, you can't win everything, I guess. You get 2 lights with the Amaran kit, and with it you get a diffuser panel that hooks on, and you get the full softbox and egg crate to go with it. No, I thought I grabbed the softbox. That's the egg crate, and here's the softbox, which is really nice. You get a nice compact carrying case. You do get a lot more in one sense, and for the extra money you get a lot more lux. It's almost double the amount of lux than the Gvm is. So without further ado, let's put them side by side and actually see what the lux is at 0.5 meters and at 1 meter. So something else you might be interested in noticing, I'll put this up while I'm talking. Against the wall, we've shot with no other lights in the room, the Gvm by itself and the aperture or Amaran by itself. And you'll actually notice that the Gvm is a little greener in hue than the aperture is. And you do get this sometimes. I've heard people say Godox is a little bit like that as well. I don't use Godox lights. I'm way more into the Amarans, and we often buy Jun and other kind of lights as well. But that you can correct for if all your lights have the same hue. So just a thought if you're going to buy it. If it's in addition to another light kit set that you have, it might not fit. But if it's standalone, I think it's going to do a fair job. Again, it's not as bright as the Amaran. I don't think it's as bright as the Nuair either. We don't have the Nuair here, the 660, to test side by side. Technically, the 660 is a 40-watt light, where this is a 50-watt light. I'll put the Nuair specs right here for you, just so that you can see. But we've used the Nuair in this set and in all of our sets for many, many years since we bought it, and never noticed a color shift difference compared to the other lights. So just something to consider. And again, the brightness too. If you're looking for just an RGB kit for coloring your background, this Gvm kit actually is a great buy. Let's take a quick peek at what you can do, or how loud they are side by side. Well, everything's said and done. I actually think that these are a good buy. Again, if you have a low budget or you're just starting out and you're looking for some great savings, they're not a bad little light. Granted, we haven't used them for very long. The Nuairs we've used for several years now. We just got the Amaran 60 kit just this year, so we'll see how it lasts. But overall, the Amarans tend to do fairly well. Quality-wise or company-wise, like I said, my slide I've had for minimum of 8 years now, maybe 9. It's been a long time that we've had the slide, and it still holds up. It's still my go-to slide, and yeah, I think they're worth the buy. But check it out. You make a decision for yourself. Like I said, if you're matching it with all the other lights in your kit, it does have that different hue than the other ones does. It says that it's a CTI, or what do you call it? CTI 97 or CRI 97, but it still is a little bit green to me, just so you know. All right, I hope you guys found this helpful, especially with all the sales coming up. You'll know whether or not you should invest in something like this. It is a great deal if it's your first kit, if you're not matching it with everything else, or if you want it as a background light, because this is just 27% intensity. If I put that all the way up, like, look at that. That's actually overpowering my other backlight. The backlight is right now a Ulanzi tube bubble light. Jake, you should show them. Let's see. So we, again, because our new ear kit was sent away on another project. Well, I hope you guys like and subscribe. I hope you found this helpful. And if you want to see other tests against other lights, or if there's anything on like Amazon or anything like that you really want to know if it's worth the money, go ahead, leave a comment down below, and we'll see if we can pick it up and test it out. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.